Hello folks, my name is Dave Berry and I want to show you an easy way to get large kernels from black walnuts. Years ago I used to crack walnuts with a hammer for my mother and found out these were very tough nuts to crack and get the kernels out. So I developed a method that I think anyone can get large kernels very easily with the walnut saw. I'd like to show you the walnut saw. This is the walnut saw. It consists of a sawing motor mounted on a side plate with a pivot block assembly for gripping and holding and sawing each end of the nut. And it has a safety guard system here. And new as of last year is aluminum side plate and a vacuum safety guard. It comes like this, and you have to hook your vacuum hose to that coupling and turn the vacuum on when sawing. I'm going to show you how to saw one walnut and then tell you about it in a dry run first, and then we'll go through and actually saw one. But when I'm sawing a large quantity, I saw maybe 100 at a time, and then later I pop the nuts open. But there's three operations. One is gripping the nut properly, two is sawing each end of the nut, and three is how to pop the nut open. So I'm going to show you. The rubber nut grippers are right here, and this slide bar, when it goes up and down, it grips the nut. So you place the nut in here and you get it oriented roughly, then look it over, make sure it's right, then you squeeze it like this. Complete directions and pictures are in the owner's manual that shows you exactly how to clamp that nut in there properly. After you clamp the nut in there, the next operation is to saw the nut. The way we're going to do that is retract this safety guard and press the nut down until it starts sawing, and then when it hits the stop, it'll quit sawing. Then we release that safety guard and go to the bottom one, retract it, and then saw up this way. If you notice, both hands are kept occupied and away from the sawing blades. And that's one thing about the safety guards that I insisted on that we have. Okay, now I'm going to saw a nut. I'll ask my wife to turn on the vacuum. And that's all there is to it. You just saw two grooves in this end and two grooves in that end. There's two sawing blades in there, and they're carbide teeth, and they'll last for thousands of nuts. Once you get the nut sawed, then you pop it open with a 5-in-1 scraper. One of these is included.
Show the nut up close.
Okay, let me show you the nut. Here it is. You can see the grooves. Okay, to pop it open, you hold the nut in this hand and pry up on this groove until you hear a click. Then you turn it over. I hold it all together and then rotate it over, do the same thing on the other side. And this is what you get when you saw it with the walnut saw. A lot of times they'll come out in full halves. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but most of the time they do. I have a piece of cardboard that I've glued some that I sawed a few minutes ago on, so I could hold it up to the camera. I'm going to hold it up to the camera. You can see what it looks like once the nuts are popped open. Very easy to pick these large kernels out when they're in that way. Well, you might want to look at the earlier videos as well. The only difference is that you won't see the vacuum guard and you won't see the aluminum side plate. You'll see the old wooden side plate. which works very good, but this one is just a little bit more robust. So thank you folks for looking at the walnut saw.